Editor's note: the following was submitted for publication by Louisiana Republican U.S. Senator John Kennedy to the USA Today Network in Louisiana. Many players on the New Orleans Pelicans probably feel like a kid inside when they're on the basketball court. They might even miss their days of dominating middle school basketball tournaments instead of squaring up against the giants in the NBA. No one, however, would think it was fair if Zion Williamson joined a youth basketball league simply because he identified as a 12-year-old. No middle school boys could stop Williamson from getting to the basket, and they'd probably end up injured if they tried. Men and women don't compete for the same reasons. Yet transgender activists want athletic institutions to ignore these obvious physical differences so transgender athletes can feel included, even if it hurts biological girls in the process. From middle school gyms to NCAA swimming pools, activists seek to force women and girls to compete against biological men and boys. These activists claim it is a myth that transgender athletes have an advantage, but most Americans know this is untrue and unfair. Starting in the womb and continuing through puberty, men develop physical advantages that help them outperform women in competitive sports. On average, men are taller and have higher bone density than women. When controlled for height, women also have 15% smaller hearts and 12% smaller lungs than men. These physical differences give men a significant advantage in athletics, especially at the elite levels. In several track and swimming events, the female world record holder wouldn't qualify to compete in the men's race. In weightlifting, men outperform women in the same weight class by as much as 30%. Some activists claim that transgender athletes are different from typical men because they take cross-sex hormones. After 2 years of cross-sex hormone treatments, however, biological male athletes can still run 12% faster and pound out 10% more push-ups than women. Allowing biological boys to compete as girls will harm women's sports. Still, many activists believe their feelings and the feelings of transgender athletes are more important. These activists allowed the 554-ranked male swimmer, then known as William Thomas, to become the NCAA Division I national champion named Leah Thomas. Thomas' participation in the pool eliminated the dreams of the biological women who worked for that title, and that wasn't the worst of it. The locker room was. According to a lawsuit filed by several women who competed against Thomas, no one warned them that they'd have to share a locker room. Instead, the tournament quietly and quickly redesignated the girls' locker room as unisex without so much as hanging a new sign. Athletic officials and other adult decision-makers ignored the privacy and dignity of young female athletes to help a biological male/transgender female feel included.